New Japanese female humanoid robot revealed. Lifelike robots are taking Japan by storm and will soon be seen as actresses and even used as clones of the deceased. Earlier, robotics professor Hiroshi Ishiguro showcased one of his latest creations, android Asuna, at the Tokyo Designers Week. Let's find out more about Asuna. Dubbed a geminoid, Asuna was well liked by the visitors at the show, who said the robot was very human-like and had a nice voice. Asuna would make a good date. A cheap date, said one man. Most of the visitors remarked sukoi, meaning amazing, upon seeing Asuna, due to her human-like skin and facial expressions. From others, covering their mouths in astonishment, Asuna is said to be so convincing that many bowed respectfully before requesting politely to take her photo or join a selfie. Unable, for now, to use some of the advanced artificial intelligence, or AI, face and voice recognition systems that some Japanese robots coming on the market now use, Asuna relies on a camera rigged behind her that is relayed to a human controller to give her life. This so-called telepresence enables Asuna to come alive, taking on the operator's personality. A fully independent version of the geminoid is expected in 10 years using all the mentioned technologies to make her virtually indistinguishable from humans, says Mr. Takeshi Mita, CEO of A-Lab in Tokyo, the company working with Professor Ishiguro to make Asuna and her kind commercial. We already have 20 years' experience making androids in the lab, so in 10 years we will marry AI and lifelike geminoids in perfection, he said. How does Asuna work? How to fall in love with robots? Mita says his team is ready to design Asuna according to figures that make the owners fall in love. Start artist and actor idol, a friend who dreamed of dating, to those who have died or fantasy fiction. You then can book a robot similar to these people, said Mita. During the Tokyo Designers Week, Mita's colleague, Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro, exhibited Asuna for the first time, which they've designed like a 15-year-old Japanese girl. Like humans, Asuna was able to talk and have a facial expression. Her eyes can blink, and when speaking, lip and mouth movements look natural. All that can be realized because of the composition of the material silicone skin and a series of animatronics muscles behind her. Mita is working alongside Professor Ishiguro to bring Asuna to life. We had been focusing on perfecting her skin, facial expressions, and so on, so for now, Asuna is really just a head. Now, we're working on her arms and torso to give a very natural, fluid body language, says Mita. Asuna in the real world. Asuna has so far appeared on stage and dubbed for actors. Takahashi Komiyama, a spokesman working with Ishiguro's lab, said, "Physical relations will be possible in general with such androids. Androids for the doll industry are a definite possibility. Some have even fallen in love with Ishiguro's geminoids, so we can't rule those relationships out. It is not inconceivable that we will be making android life partners in the near future," said an Orient Industries spokesman. Firms like Orient Industries are already cashing in on advanced robot dolls. Making her more human-like. Everything about Asuna's appearance has been painstakingly honed to make her more lifelike. From the superior quality of her silicone skin to the secret animatronic muscles that move her eyes and drive her facial expressions. Previous attempts by Ishiguro's team had been dismissed as unconvincing and prone to what is known as the uncanny valley syndrome. This is a term coined by another Japanese professor of robotics, Masahiro Mori. It describes the response of revulsion and creepiness when faced with something that looks almost, but somehow, not quite human. As robots become as dexterous as Asuna at mimicking humanity, so the theory goes, the syndrome will erase itself. Already, Asuna and other androids from A-Lab have had a taste of the limelight, appearing on stage and voicing actors' lines using telepresence. Asuna's next performance will be in an opera to prove her credentials as a singer. An Ishiguro geminoid is also appearing on stage in Paris. One application we have is to turn her into an international pop idol, says Mr. Mita. Already, Japan is enthralled to virtual idols such as Hatsune Miku, who is basically a hologram that sings words and music created for her on a computer using Vocaloid technology. Her tunes often outsell those sung by her flesh and blood musical rivals in Japan. A-Lab also hopes to tap into another big business in Japan, the popularity of fantasy figurines that appeal to Japan's legions of nerdy men, or otaku. Most such dolls are just a few centimeters high and often represent an idol or a manga character, often scantily clad. As A Lab is working with highly respected Professor Ishiguro, Mr. Mita says the company has ruled out producing androids that might be used for physical gratification. But a spokesman working with Ishiguro's lab says it is not a great leap of imagination to think similar robots, given the advancements in robotics and silicone skin technology, will be used for such. Relations will be possible in general with such androids. Around 6,000 pounds already buys the very superior Yasuragi Dutch Wife robot doll with extras, such as movable eyes and flexible fingers, and a skin texture its makers say is indistinguishable from the real thing. Lady Gaga was so impressed with their quality that she asked the Japanese firm to make dolls in her own image. More and more real. David Levy, author of Love and Sex with Robots, predicts that as robots become more sophisticated, growing numbers of adventurous humans will enter into intimate relationships with these intelligent robots. He says that AI will progress to the point where human-robot dating will be commonplace. Being loved by a robot, Levy says, it sounds a bit weird, but someday, for many, many people, being in love with a robot will be just as good as love with a human. Androids can now also take on a variety of human jobs, such as receptionists and even newsreaders. To prove the point, 2 fembots from Ishiguro's stable have been working in those posts since June at Tokyo's National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation. The more mature Otanoroid greets guests to the museum, making terrifying lifelike eye contact as she converses while hooked to a telepresence system that the public can also play with. Kodomo Droid, or Child Android, is viewable at the museum through an art-like installation in an all-white room where she sits without rest all day lip-syncing the day's news perfectly from an AI source. They are joined by the most compelling/repelling android of them all, who incidentally happens to be the most popular among the Ishiguro droids on show. The thoroughly unnerving baby-like Telenoid sports a simplistic mannequin head with stunted arms and legs that also speaks by proxy from a control box manned by museum visitors. Confronted with the rather formal reception droid, Japanese housewife Kawari Ida says she couldn't decide if Otanoroid was human or not. If you have talked to her, getting closer is a good idea, so she seems more natural and less creepy close up, she said. But it's great fun robo-chatting. Asked if she would like Otanoroid at home as a babysitter if Mum was out, Reika replied, "No, Mum is my robot." What does the future hold? We know that social interaction is rewarding in its own right, and something that, as social mammals, humans have a strong need for. It seems probable that relationships with robots could help to address the deep-seated urge we all feel for social connection, like providing physical comfort, emotional support, and enjoyable social exchanges, currently provided by other humans. But will robots ever completely replace human relationships? Only time will tell. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.